This special episode of Shaun Spins is brought to you by...
出たトミー・パックマン食うか食われるかの大激戦パックマンが勝つかモンスターが勝つかこれが噂のパックマン
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mahoning Drive-In Theater, the largest single-screen drive-in in the United States. We're certainly glad you could be with us this evening, and don't forget the concession stand is open with all kinds of great things to eat and drink.
Hey, welcome back to Shaun Spins. I'm your host, Shaun, and I hope everybody's safe and well, and this is episode 54. I tell you, it's been a minute since we've done an episode. I've been busy. Not exactly. Play the clip.
Rocket. We're from Los Angeles, so thanks for coming early and watching us play.
So here's a song we haven't really played very many times over the years, and we just started doing it again for this tour, and it's been a lot of fun. It's called Round.
Play this record as frequently as possible. Then, as it becomes easier for you, play the record once a day or as needed.
I'll tell you, the producers are ecstatic that I'm back, and it's like the 4th year anniversary of the channel. It's like you got dressed up for some kind of party or something. You have some ideas for the channel? Oh, to help out with subscribe. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's hear it. Theme music. Oh, shut that off, please. Next. Contest? Nope, don't want to do that. What else you got? You want to change the thumbnails to make them more entertaining and to get views? Oh, no. No, oh, no, next. Hey, I got an idea. Why can't we do an episode on Frank Stallone, you know? Frank Stallone. No? How about this? How about we keep doing videos of pulling records from a collection with the wrong song playing? You don't like that either? Alright, what's your last idea? A live stream just full of drama? Oh, I don't want to do that either. Well, welcome to the show. How's everybody doing? Just want to remind everybody, $5 donation if you want to ask us a question, and everyone's welcome up to the panel for a fun-filled day. Hey. We don't got time to talk about a record. Somebody unmute. Just unmute him. Somebody unmute Chris. Let's just get to episode 54. What are we doing today? Oh, puck me. I don't think so. Oh, the band. You should have led with that. Looks like episode 54 is on the band The Circle Jerks, and the album is Group Sex. Let's get started. Here's our record for episode 54, Circle Jerks, Group Sex. Got 2 of them. We'll get to the reason why later there's 2 of them. It's a great record. 15 minutes long. Part of me wonders if episode 54, Shaun Spins, might be longer than the Circle Jerks Group Sex entire album. It's a great album. I did not own this album my whole life. I was getting into punk rock music in middle school, and I knew about the Circle Jerks, but I did not own it. A couple reasons why. A, financially, couldn't get everything I wanted. A lot of times in my life, I would have to sell like 3 or 4 or 5 CDs just to get one new one. B, not an easy band to find. Sometimes I chuckle when I go into record stores nowadays and I see repressings of the Misfits. I don't remember ever seeing the Misfits growing up as a child. I remember having to go really far to a record store just to find the Pixies and later on to find Portishead. Those 2 bands weren't bands you would find, even when I had to find an album by Tricky. Not an easy find. Now, another reason why is I was into other bands. In middle school, I really loved Husker Du, Zen Arcade, and I really loved the song Thieves by Ministry. So you can imagine years later when Green Day came out, I wasn't really into Green Day. It's very hard to go from Husker Du, Zen Arcade, and the song Thieves by Ministry into Green Day. Didn't work for me. As I was getting into high school, Nirvana was getting big, and I was really into Nirvana. As I got older, I was really into Minor Threat. When I got into college, I really got into listening to 2 records all the time. The Germs and the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. So much later in my life, I got back into the Circle Jerks. It's when I went to go see the movie for American Hardcore, the documentary, around about 2007 or 8, and Keith Morris was in it. Now, I really like Keith Morris as a singer. I prefer him in Black Flag, and I love the band Off. So, of course, it was bound to happen that I was going to get really into the Circle Jerks. Yet when the DVD came out, I picked that up, and they had some special features from the premiere that the band DOA and the Circle Jerks played. At the time, I preferred DOA, but the more and more I listened to these special features of this concert at the premiere, I really got into the Circle Jerks. So at the time, I went and got the album. So that's about 15, 17 years ago, somewhere around there. Now, the Circle Jerks are a California band, and the album we're talking about is from 1980. One of the things I always remember about the Circle Jerks is the drawing the band used for like their logo of the person. The Circle Jerks are one part Black Flag, another part like Red Cross. And this album, Group Sex, some of the songs come from those bands, either almost the exact same thing, or maybe the lyrics change, but they come from like Black Flag songs, some of them, some come from Red Cross. It's just a great album though. 15 minutes of just pure punk rock. One of my favorite things on the album is Lucky's drumming. The drumming on this album to me is phenomenal. So when I picked up this copy, it was on Frontier, and at the time, one of the cool things, they let you pick the color vinyl you wanted. Of course, I went with Purple Grape. The front cover is a great photograph from Ed Cover. A couple interesting things about the album. The title track, Group Sex, is towards the end of the album. Right before Red Tape. I've always thought Red Tape should go before Group Sex, and Group Sex should have ended it. And Group Sex, it's not really singing, it's just Keith Morris reading the back of a newspaper, like the classified section, for ads for, and interestingly enough, those ads for like sexual ads, I used to use those same ads when I was in college for the back of collages. I would cut them out of newspapers and use them. Another interesting thing about that song is it reminds me years later when the Chili Peppers did the Uplift Mofo Party Plan. It's got a similar feel with the party vocals in it, that there's a whole group of vocals. So I always felt that song should go last. Red Tape is great. That's a great favorite of mine from the Decline of Western Civilization too. My favorite track on the album is World Up My Ass. I love listening to that song if I'm stressed out from work. Keith Morris talks about in American Hardcore, like being able to like almost like relax at a show, like you're frustrated from your week of work and everything going on in your life, and you go to this concert and you just release this frustration of going to a punk show. So to me, listening to records helped me to relax. Interestingly enough, I think last week I put an Adolescence record on, and I fell asleep during the record and woke up like an hour later to the needle just hitting the edge of the paper. And I don't know if many people fall asleep to Adolescence record, but it worked for me. Very relaxing. So a song like that, Rolled Up My Ass, just relaxes me after a stressful day at work. Two songs I've pretty much always known from the Circle Jerks is I Just Want Some Skank and Beverly Hills. The album starts off great with Deny Everything. Great song. I said you got some Black Flag stuff in here, like Wasted. Just a great album. Lucky's drumming's great. The band is great. 15 minutes. Song I've been thinking about lately as I've been making this episode is Live Fast, Die Young. And I keep thinking about what's going on at this time when this record's being made. The band grew up when Ronald Reagan was a governor in California, and it's going into Reagan being elected as the president. And you feel this level of fear in that song about what's going to happen in the world. Is it going to be a nuclear war? What's going to happen? And the other thing I feel in that song too is like a struggle with substance abuse, alcoholism. And it's great to hear Keith Morris has been sober for many, many years now. I love that punk rock can speak out about things in the world. It's just a great, great record. Now you're going to ask yourself, Shaun, why do you have two of them? Let's go to the second one. Second one's a little heavier. It comes with a book. The first one just has like an inner sleeve and a piece of paper, another photograph, and just credits and lyrics. This one is on Trust and Frontier. Now, I really like what Trust is doing. This is the 40th anniversary. And what I mean by I like what they're doing is they're preserving a lot of music to make sure we have it. This one comes with a book. As I said, it's a little heavier, just regular black vinyl. Comes with some bonus demo tracks, too. I bought this. I wasn't planning on buying it, but I was like, I should get it. It's the 40th anniversary. I was very disappointed. I have listened to this Frontier copy so many times. The first time I put on the Trust copy, I was like, something is wrong. It's the difference between the David Bowie mix of Raw Power and the Iggy Pop mix. One is kind of low and subdued, and one is very high and very hot in the mix and loud. The Trust one is very quiet. The Frontier one, it's full on Iggy Pop Raw Power. And I just prefer the hotter, louder version of the record. Yeah, it's nice to have the demos, but I prefer the Frontier one, the original one I got years and years ago. I highly recommend the Circle Jerks. Might inspire you to start a band. It's a great album, great drumming, just a great album. 15 minutes, it's great. Should be interesting if they ever do some company ever does a super deluxe version for hundreds of dollars, and I'll be like, you do realize that album's only 15 minutes. I recommend the album. So until next time, hope everybody's safe and well. Take care.
Yes, hi. My name is Fred. I'm with FedEx. I'm right outside your building. We're trying to drop off a couple boxes for you. It looks like you have quite a bit of porn. And then, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you must have ordered an inflatable doll, and she inflated, and it looks like she popped, and she might have a problem with the vagina. So if you can buzz me in, I'd like to get you your toys. Again, it's about 1:37. I'm going to wait 5 minutes, and then we're going to send this back to the